Hello everyone, how are you doing? It's been a long time since my last video. I hope that you are all doing well and enjoying the summer. It's been a while and yeah, I've been quite busy mainly because I had to find a new flat in Berlin and we finally moved into the new flat. It's bigger, it's nicer, and I finally have space for making music. So you will see new backgrounds on my YouTube channel very soon. Yeah, I'm very looking forward to start again recording some performances. And yeah, today's video is mainly about the Digitakt 2, which I had for a month. And I wanted to make this video a long time ago, but I couldn't find the time. And I want to start again making videos for my YouTube channel. And more performances will follow. Yes, basically about the Digitakt 2, as you can see, I am on the Electron website. And now we're gonna just check the interface of the Digitakt 2, and basically after a month I returned it, and there are several reasons that I'm going to explain in today's video. Yes, first of all, it is an amazing machine, very funny to play with, especially when making productions or beats. And I really loved, enjoyed spending time at home with the Digitakt while I don't know, relaxing on my couch, and it's very easy to make productions. But I wouldn't say the same for performances. So with the Digitakt 2, I performed in 4 gigs, 1 in Italy and 3 in Berlin. No, 2 in Berlin and another 1 in Germany. And the one I had, the first one was in Italy, and it went very nice. Then I had another one with a friend of mine in Berlin, and also went good. Also very, very good with the connectivity. And then I had I played at a birthday of a friend of mine, and it went not very good, I would say. I got confused with some sub-functions because the Digitakt has a lot of sub-functions. And first, let's talk about the pros of the Digitakt 2 that I found really good. I'm gonna just let's see if the Digitakt 2 is here. No, it's not here. Okay. Okay. So the Digitakt 2, first of all, it has 16 tracks, and I was using 4 or 5 tracks with the Eurorack system. So I had to buy the Erica Synth MIDI to trigger module that because was cheap, like 89 euro, and it was only converting MIDI to trigger, but that was what I needed from a MIDI converter. So there are alternatives that are more expensive that also offer like MIDI to CV and other things. But for controlling my Eurorack system, I was using and I'm still using the R101, the Dnipro Crate for LFOs, and other modules. So I just needed MIDI to trigger, basically. And I had only 6 HP and that module was perfect for me. So you can basically configure each track to be as a MIDI or like a normal track, so playing samples. And I was using one track for clocking the ER101, one to reset the ER101, and another track for the kick drum, two tracks for the Erica synth cymbals, and probably another one, but I don't remember for what. And the other tracks for sounds. Okay, so one very good thing about the Digitakt 2 is that you have an external stereo input that you can use as a dual mono input, and the cool thing is that you can control the volume of each mono channel, of each mono input, okay, separately, which is something I heard that the Digitakt doesn't have this feature, so you cannot control the volume of both mono input separately. And another thing is that you can use one of the stereo input or one of the two mono inputs as a sound source for the side chain. Okay, so I was able to use the Jomox mod bass that was going inside the left input of the Digitakt as a source to sidechain the other tracks of the Digitakt. Okay, so pretty cool. And the other one was for the Erica synth cymbal. And you have also effects, the delay, the reverb, and the overdrive. Super nice, the overdrive. I love that one. And another cool thing is that you have 3 LFOs. And with these 3 LFOs, you can modulate a lot of things. And you can also modulate one of the 3 LFOs. So, okay, you like some parameters of the LFO. And I wanted to make a video about generating sequences with the 3 internal LFOs with the Digitakt, but yes, I had no time left, and I had to return the machine to Thomann because I had it for more than 4 weeks. And so basically, you can use 3 square LFOs. Okay, one it controls the pitch, the tune of a sound, or like you can, an oscillator. You can cycle one of the single cycle waveform. You can loop it. You can use it as an oscillator. Then you can control with 1 square LFO the tune, and with another one you can control. There's let me see if I can see the page. There was so like as a destination, Euclidean. I don't recall the name, but it was like yeah, basically it was kind of an envelope applied to the LFO, so it had this kind of decaying effect. And yeah, basically I was applying the second square LFO there, and I was getting more notes, like 6 notes. And with the third one, you can just try, you can just send it to control the second LFO, and basically you can get this. It's not randomly generated, okay? It's a sequence that changes periodically, okay? And it's always just removing some notes of the sequence and adding new ones, okay? So and then it's gonna change periodically, okay, just 1/2 of the sequence with new notes, okay, and it's gonna advance with, you know, adding and removing the notes. Very nice. Sorry if I couldn't make a video, and yeah, but you can just explore it on your own if you have the Digitakt 2. Then another thing is that you can, I saw here, you can set which track has to be compressed, side chained. You see here like control all configuration, select affected the tracks. This was another cool thing to have. And also to load the samples, you just have to go to source here, and you see, I think that it was like this one, C95. If you just turn the D knob, you just change the sample with the ones that you previously selected. And it's really quick to do, and you can just change the sound with some filters, effects. So it was very nice. Yeah, it was a very solid machine, and but there are honestly too many sub-functions, and for a live performance, it's kind of tricky to some extent. The first thing that I didn't like is the mute mode, which basically was one of the reasons why I bought the Digitakt 2, because I still have the BeatStep Pro, and to mute the tracks, you basically need to press like a function to mute and keep them on hold, and then just click the tracks that you want to mute. And with the Digitakt 2, you can either click function plus the track that you want to mute, or you can click function pure mute mode so that you hold the mute page, okay? And in my opinion, it's not the best because it would be great to have only a mute button that you press, you enter the mute page, and then you can just mute what you need, okay? And also, sometimes I got confused because if you are too quick to press function and mute mode, there are two mute modes. There's a global mute and a pattern mute. And that's something that really annoyed me during my performances. And I was more like into the global mute, because with Eurorack, I was basically muting the sounds, but leaving the clock and the kick and other Eurorack modules that I was triggering with the Digitakt as a mute, so they were playing, and yeah, so this mute function, honestly, it's too complicated in a live performance. You really need to access that thing fast, and you just, if you press the wrong button and it happens, you know, then you might do something, I don't know, that sounds bad. And I also tried with like the mute pattern, and it was really bad, honestly. I had very bad vibes while I was performing. I was not controlling the machine, and I got confused between these two. And to mute some tracks, I had to both mute the global and mute the pattern. It was just a mess, a total mess. And this was at the end of the month, so I had some experience with the Digitakt. I spent a lot of time with it, okay? So and what else? Yeah, also yeah, as I said, there are a lot of sub-functions, also like the Euclidean rhythm. It's something that they put there. It's not very useful, honestly, and to make it work right, you have too many sub-functions, and if you want to correct the track, removing some of the triggered steps, also there are sub-functions there. Too many sub-functions, honestly, and but it's yes, it's a complete machine. You can do too much, probably. You can do a lot of stuff and probably too much. And yes, that said, yeah, there are also, let me think. Yes, regarding the connectivity, very nice. And also, yeah, I mean, you have here the mute mode, which is as a sub-function. But then you have pattern and song mode and song that are, honestly, for me, are not used a lot. So I would prefer having the mute mode on top as a button and like a song mode as a secondary function. Okay. And what else? So I think that in order to make the best out of this machine, for a live performance, you have to program a lot, and I have no time to program at home. I just want to have fun playing with a machine. It doesn't matter how good is the sound design or like how good sounds the sample, or I'm not into like crazy stuff, super complex like Richard Devine. So I like to keep it simple and just have fun, play, okay? And you should buy, in order to control better this machine, you should buy a MIDI controller, okay? But then what's the point? I mean, you got this machine, you also have to buy a controller. And one of the main reasons I bought this one, it's because it's small, it's powerful, and it was also like good to bring this machine, like when you go on vacation or visit your family, when you visit other countries, and for like 2 weeks, for instance, and you don't want to bring all of your gears. So the Digitakt 2 would be the best device to bring on vacation, or and somewhere else. And I remember like a comment of somebody saying, no, but when you go on vacation, you should just relax. You shouldn't play with machines. But I have a full-time job, so this is my my vacation. Actually, playing with instruments is my vacation. Is one of my vacation. So I'm really relaxed when I find the time. When I find time to play with instruments, I'm really happy. So I would love to bring all of my gears on vacation if I could. And so yes, as I said, you should buy a MIDI controller, but keep in mind that you have to program a lot, and before like making the most out of it, it takes a lot of hours and time, not just to get into the machine, but to make it personal, to make it sound on your style. It can do it, but in the end, it's like Ableton Live. It's like having a DAW on a box. Okay, so I am not really into music production anymore. I used to be, but now I just want to have fun. But also something I realized after buying this one is that there's and also discussing with other people who suggested me to buy this one or the Octatrack. I mean, there's difference between a live act and an improvised live performance, okay? And the way I like to perform is is live, is at the moment, is interacting with people. It's like just playing even with a tom or a stupid sound, but just interacting with people and understand what they really want. Okay, and with this one, you're gonna have hard times, because if the people in front of you doesn't react as you expect, okay, and you have all of these pre-saved patterns and all of that stuff, then go to change a pre-programmed pattern that is super complex with all of that sounds. You also have to remember where you put the tracks, where you put the sounds, on which track. Okay, so I saw some friends of mine using a smartphone or just the notes, because if you save a lot of presets, a lot of patterns, then it's you have to remember too many stuff. It's 16 tracks, okay, 16. So you cannot remember everything, and if the sequence is too complex, it's very hard to to change quickly and adapt on a performance. Okay, so and I was saying that it's like with modular. When I play with the modular system, I just play it live and just tweak knobs and adapt, something that I realized a lot of times is that the most simple things are the best. Okay, and you don't have to have this crazy sound or crazy sequence. Okay, you just need three notes with a loop of 5 steps, and you can go with that and kick drum, and that's all. Okay, and actually I also had other samplers like the Erica Synth sample drums, and also the Tip Top Audio one. Probably the Tip Top Audio one was the one that gave me more satisfaction, because it could load, it could play very long samples, like hours. So the first performances I did live, I made some evolving pads and sounds and voices on Ableton, like 1 hour long, playing it, and I was just making stuff with Eurorack, adapting to that track that was playing constantly and changing, every 5 minutes. And actually, if you check on my YouTube channel, there's this performance. There's like Berlin Modular Society. The first performance in probably 2021 or 22. You will find like this that starts with an harsh voice. There I was playing and I had a lot of fun. It was very feasible, to handle the performance, to control the performance. This one is probably, I would say, too powerful to some extent, And what else? But yeah, so I am sorry, but like I really wanted to dive deep into this machine, to the Electron. I think that it's worthy to to spend time, to invest time on one Electron device if you have time. But I mean, honestly, I'm just too old to be there and the program. I don't have time, and yeah, so best of luck with whoever is using this machine. If you have time, lucky you. But I returned this machine, at least for now, because I still had time to return it, and I didn't want to sell it as a second hand. And perhaps in the future I will buy it again when I see it. Like, but for now, I just want to try other machines. Okay, I just want to see what is going to work for me, and today I received the Roland TR8S, and it's I mean, I spent like 20 minutes, and it's very funny to play with. It's more for live performance. You can improvise a lot with it. it sounds really good. You also have a lot of connectivity possibilities, external input that can be used as a dual mono input. You have compressor, sidechain, you have a trigger out, you can use, you can assign I think there are like or 6 or 8 assignable outs that you can use to trigger the Eurorax, so you don't need like a MIDI to trigger module, but you can use directly the TR8S to trigger whatever you want to trigger in your Eurorax system. But let's see, because I mean it's a complete machine. You have like a velocity controlled pad to record. You have motion recording. You also have it in the Digitakt. But honestly, I found it a bit. I don't know. I would say glitchy. It was too mechanical. I don't know. I didn't like the response when I was recording live some motions. With the Roland TR8S instead, like I came across a kit where the toms are probably FM toms, where you have the morph. They sound so good, and I just try to record the motion, just turning a bit the tune of one of the tom, and basically you get a randomized sequence like I like to do with the Eurorax system. It's similar to the Maleco voltage block, where you move the slider and you record the movement. So it's so nice. It's just so nice, and I intend to use it with the dual Triode distortion module from Sonocurrent. And I think that let's see. I hope that this is going to be the final setup for this year. I would probably change other stuff, other modules probably, but this should be the machine replacing the BeatStep Pro. And also, like the dimension, I was expecting a bigger machine, and if you compare it to the BeatStep Pro, it's quite similar in terms of both dimension and also weight. It's not so heavyweight. Probably it's even lighter than the BeatStep Pro. So that's all from today for today, and I hope that you enjoyed this video, and if you have the Electron and the Digitakt 2, again, it's a beautiful machine, a lot of functions, but again, for live performances, I found it a bit too complex to use. But if you find a way to use it with controllers, I am open to listen your suggestions. And I can't wait to show you more, like my studio that I am preparing. It's like a bedroom studio, like the old ages when I was younger, when I was like 14 years old. But at least I have my room now where I can make music. And my partner, she's also a DJ, and she has another room to DJ, and we are also like preparing, that room. Yeah, so thank you all for watching, and yeah, have a great summer. Bye bye.